So I don't know how to start this video. We're going to be talking about the assassin in New York City. If anyone's ever heard about the guy, he got assassinated in New York, and it was like a CEO, health insurance guy. So I've been digging somewhat into this, and I'm going to start this video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy A1 Solution. If you have heard of Luigi Mangione, the dude that assassinated the CEO in New York City, I've been kind of digging a little bit, kind of like looking into some stuff. I found a manifesto talking about him and his mom having like some kind of sickness, and he wanted to get some stuff, but he had no. I don't know. We're gonna read it and figure out word for word and take it with a grain of salt. You know, a lot of people online are throwing a lot of threads. There's people digging deep. Like people are even saying that this dude's family knew Nancy Pelosi, and people are even saying that this guy was affiliated with the CIA. And people are questioning, why was this guy wearing the same clothes? You know, like all these things. Like 5 days later, he was caught at like a McDonald's or something like that. You know what I mean? Like just so many weird things. But I'm gonna start screen recording here. But thank you for stopping by to this video. This is something, and we're gonna read a thread here. It's gonna talk about some stuff. I got a couple other things. There's so many other, dude. There's so much information. I can sit here for like 2-3 hours just talking about stuff. But we're gonna just kind of just understand who this guy is, right? So this guy, so everything we know about Luigi Mangione, a thread. So he was an Ivy League. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. He was an Ivy League student. His GitHub account links to his Facebook account named Roar Studios. Often posted, reposted about anxiety, all these things. And then also, there's also a video, you know, obviously you can go find it under That Dude Taco. He has a video here. But this dude was a valedictorian in 2016. Like, he gave a speech in 2016. So this dude had a pretty high IQ. He wasn't no slow Joe. Like, this dude was, you know, he had a pretty smart head on his shoulders. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you scroll through, you know, there's his Facebook account. And there's also another thing, too. I forgot where it was, but there was people saying that he tweeted, like, random things. Because I guess, like, Twitter back in 2016 or something like that, he was, like, testing, like, bot APIs. I have no idea what the fuck that means. But, you know, he was, like, testing it. And people are saying that, you know, he's CIA because the people he follows, like McAfee and Snowden, all these other things. So many things, dude. So friends that went to high school with Luigi said what keeps coming up is a back surgery that changed everything for him. He went absolutely crazy. So apparently he got a back injury. This checks out with the Goodreads history and the X-ray in the header on X. He is an avid reader with 295 books listed on Goodreads. Academically, he holds both a master's and bachelor's degree in computer science and bachelor's degree in computer science and master's degree in computer science, and from University of Pennsylvania. Additionally, he gained recognition as the valedictorian at Gilman School in Baltimore, showcasing his academic excellence. His work includes contributions to machine learning and robotics as advanced by projects on GitHub. Luigi wrote "Violence is Necessary" in Amazon review. There's some stuff there. I guess he didn't write that. That got fact checked. Thank God. So that's not real. So Luigi is cousins with Luigi is cousins with the sitting Maryland State Delegate Nino Mangione, who represents District 42A. So that's kind of crazy too. So this guy, his family knows Nancy Pelosi. They were like Nancy Pelosi was like bros with like this guy's like grandpa or something like that. Something like that. It's not really that important. Well, kind of is actually. But it's interesting that this dude is cousins with a state senate person, delegate person, whatever you call it, represents the district 42A. That's kind of weird. Isn't that? I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. Because the reason why I think it's kind of weird, because I was watching Disturbia, with Shia LaBeouf, and it was like, isn't that like a conflict of interest or something like that? Like, doesn't he know that person? I don't know. I don't know if it correlates with anything, but so he had a gun and a fake ID found So Luigi had a gun and a fake ID when he was apprehended. And also too, people are saying that he went to like Japan and like he lived in like Hawaii and he was like off the grid for like months and stuff like that. Luigi's last quote he liked on Goodreads speaks volumes. It says, "Unless someone like you cares a whole lot, an awful whole lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not." Dr. Seuss. So we're gonna read his manifesto, or whatever you would call it. We're gonna read it, and I think we're gonna end that here, because there's so much stuff on the internet, bro. There's so much stuff. Like, I'm reading all this stuff on X, and it's just wild. Like we're finding out more information on X than the news itself, than Fox News, CNN. Like, dude, I'm reading all these threads. People are diving deep into his like preschool and like high school, middle school, all this stuff. It's so crazy. There's so much stuff here, and I think people should look into this and kind of like understand what the heck all this is. So right here it says Luigi disdain towards the healthcare industry. Yeah, so we're gonna read that in a second. So it's a manifesto about the healthcare, how he wanted to like help his mom, his grandma, whatever, but they wouldn't help him because like the whole healthcare system is a giant scam. You know what I mean? Like, like we shouldn't have, like, why should you have to pay to like fix yourself, to like get better, get medicine? You know what I mean? It's all weird. It's all for money. But, regardless of that, we're going to keep going here. So he lost his grandmother in 2013 and his grandfather in 2017. Luigi, the alleged United Healthcare CEO shooter, scheduled videos to be uploaded to his YouTube channel following his arrest. The video states, "If you see this, I'm already under arrest." So some people are even saying that, like, this guy got, like, set up or something like that. Like, dude, this story is so weird. People should definitely look into this. Luigi Mangone's sister sends prayers to his brother on an Instagram story. A commenter points out that December 11th flashes in the bottom corner of Luigi's video. His Instagram is down. It's not there no more. Luigi apparently has a PhD. I have questions. I guess you would say that means something else than what it says there. So there you go. His Tinder profile. So he has a Tinder profile. He has a picture of McDonald's, there's also a mugshot here that was released. He's been taken into court, so obviously he's been detained now. He's obviously not out in the loose, apparently. Here's my theory, dude. My theory is that this guy had a double. Could have been a double, could have, like, I don't know. Who knows, dude? Like, it's just like, How does it take 5 days to capture this guy in New York City? So this guy assassinated a millionaire or billionaire or the CEO, whatever. This guy's important, right? Murders this guy and gets away for 5 days. Has no idea where he's been for 5. It's just a lot of it's so weird. Elon Musk says he's looking into suspension of his account after it got taken down. This happened without my knowledge. Looking into it. Luigi had a $8,000 USD, $2,000 in foreign cash, and cellular data blocking bags to prevent tracking. That's like, dude, this guy's smart. This guy's smart, bro. He's blocking tracking. That's how they couldn't find him. He knew, obviously, with all his smartness, he was into computer stuff, right? Programming, probably, like coding, maybe, who knows? You know what I mean? There's so much stuff. Make sure to follow. Luigi has been charged. Luigi Mangione has been charged with murder in connection. So yeah, you got charged with murder with Brian because of the CEO Brian Thompson. He killed him. He assassinated him. But before we end this video here, like, this is all intriguing, super intriguing. There's so much information. It's scary. It's so scary how much information here. There's even here. I'm even gonna show this girl here, and you can go check it out yourself if you want to. Because it's 11-minute video. I don't want to sit here for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I just want to tell people what it is and get out of here. So she said, as a MD local, it's well known that the Mangon family's fortune was built on the back of sustained care in nursing facilities all across the state. What did Luigi Mangon witness? Here are all the legal documents and documentations of all the abuse and taking place in their faculties that created their family millions. So his family was wealthy too, by the way. His family was super wealthy. I got another thing here. So it says right here. So he was born into a wealthy family, attends a $40K a year private school, becomes valedictorian, earns a bachelor's and master's in computer science by 26, no criminal record, no behavioral red flags, clean slate, sharp-dressed, photogenic Chad, and active on social media, vacations abroad, posts polished photos, looks like he's thriving, lands internship and builds a resume that screams success, spends free time exploring AI, mushrooms, and self-optimization trends, writes a Goodreads review on Ted K, sprinkles in safe, edgy, joins the professional world, follows the system script perfectly, no signs of instability, instant rising star in tech scene, disappears from friends for 3 months, about, roughly. 2024 kills United Healthcare CEO. Like, what happened? What happened? How? How does someone go from being so good, so goody-goody, to literally just falling off all of a sudden? Like, there's been so many weird instances with all these people that just have this, like, perfect attendance, perfect record, and all of a sudden goes cuckoo. You know, some people are even saying that this is like MK Ultra, right? So we're going to read one more thing here. So this is going to be his manifesto. And like I said, yeah, there's Luigi's Mangon's high school yearbook paints a stark contrast to his current accusations, with his parents praising him as a courageous and respectful young man. You know, that's just so interesting. So we're going to read this manifesto, man. And yeah, there's even a video of him talking at a this is his valedictorian speech here. So we're gonna read one more thing here. This is his manifesto. I don't want to be here forever. So this is his supposedly, take it with a grain of salt, manifesto. The Second Amendment means I am my own chief executive and commander-in-chief of my own military. I authorize my own act of self-defense in response to a hostility entity making war on me and my family. Nelson Mandela says no form of violence can be excused. Camus says, it's all the same whether you live or die or have a cup of coffee. MLK says violence never brings permanent peace. Gandhi says that nonviolence is the mightiest power available to mankind. That's who they tell you are our heroes. That's who our revolutionaries are. Yet is that not capitalistic? Non-violence keeps the system working at full speed ahead. What did it get us? Looking in the mirror. They want us to be non-violent so they can grow fat off the blood they take from us. The only way out is through. Not all of us will make it. Each of us is our own chief executive. You have to decide what you will tolerate. In Gladiator 1, Maximus cuts into the military tattoo that identifies him as part of the Roman legion. His friend asks, is that the sign of your god? As Maximus carves deeper into his own flesh, as his own blood drips down his skin, Maximus smiles and nods, yes. The tattoo represents the Emperor, who is God. The God Emperor who has made himself part of Maximus's own flesh. The only way to destroy the Emperor is to destroy himself. Maximus smiles through the pain because he knows it is worth it. These might be my last words. I don't know what they will come from me. I will resist them at any cost. That's why I smile through the pain. They diagnosed my mother with severe neuropathy when she was 41 years old. She said it started 10 years before with burning sensations in her feet and occasional sharp stabbing pains. At first, the pain would last a few moments, then fade to tingling, then numbness, then fade to another few days. Fade to nothing for another few days. The first time the pain came, she ignored it. Then it came a couple times a year, and she ignored it. Then a couple months, then a couple times a month, then a couple times a week. And at that point, by the time the tingling faded to numbness, the pain would start, and the discomfort was constant. At that point, even going from the couch to the kitchen to make her own lunch became a major endeavor. She started the ibuprofen until the stomach aches and acid reflex made her switch to acetaminophen. Then the headaches and barely sleeping made her switch back to ibuprofen. By the way, this is all screen recorded, so you're going to be able to read the word properly than I can. The first doctor said it was psychomatic. Nothing was wrong. She needed to relax, distress, sleep more. The second doctor said it was too compressed nerve in her spine. It was a compressed nerve in her spine. She needed back surgery. It would cost $180,000. Recovery would be 6 months minimum before walking again, 12 months for full potential recovery, and she would never lift more than 10 pounds of her weight again. The third doctor performed a nerve conduction study in electromyography, MRI, and blood tests. Each test cost $800 to $1,200. She hit the $6,000 deductible of her United Healthcare plan in October. This is where the CEO comes into play, right? This is, if you read his all this is coming together, right? They prescribed opioids for her pain. Right here. So, blah, 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 healthcare plan in October. Then the doctor went on vacation, and my mother wasn't able to resume. So, what it's saying here is he had to get this surgery stuff going on, or some stuff going on with money. His doctor went on vacation, and his mother, cause I'm sure, I'm so positive so many people relate to this. Have you ever related to this where you needed surgery and you couldn't because of some occurrence that happened? The doctor went on vacation, the doctor's not here. You know what I mean? Like, how is this important? But the doctor's going on vacation. We get it. You know what I mean? Like, doctor needs to have, so I don't know. It's just, it's all adding up. You know this makes sense. You know it makes sense. I might not be able to convey the words that you want to hear, but you know it makes sense. You know it fucking makes sense, right? The test showed severe neurophobia, and then this, like I said, it cost $180,000, right? They prescribed opioids for the pain. At first, the pain relief was worth the price of constant mental fog and constipation. She didn't tell me about that until later. All I remember is we took a trip for the first time in years. When she drove me to the Monterey to go to the aquarium, I saw an otter in real life swimming on its back. We left at 7 a.m. and listened to Green Day on the 4-hour car ride. Over time, the opioids stopped working. They made her more sensitive to pain, and she felt withdrawal symptoms after just 2 or 3 hours. Then gabapentin. By now, the pain was so bad she couldn't exercise, which compounded the weight gain from the slowed metabolic rate and hormonal shift. It barely helped the pain and made her so fatigued she would go to an entire day without getting out of bed. Then corticosteroids, whatever that means, which didn't work so much, been a drug. The pain was so bad I would hear her wake up at night screaming in pain. I would run into her room asking if she's okay. Eventually, I stopped getting up. She'd yell out anguished shreks of wordless pain, or the word fuck, stretch and disdained to its limits. I turn over. This is my face. I turn over and go back to sleep. All of this while they bled us dry with follow-up appointment after follow-up appointment. Like I said, they're bleeding you dry. You're spending all this money to go to healthcare, do all these things, but they're taking every single money out of you. Every single ounce of money out of you. All this money. You know what I mean? Have you ever gone to Kaiser Permanente or anything like that, and you look at the check, you're like, holy crap, it's $1,200. But if you don't have insurance, how are you gonna, like, you're not, like, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I may not be able to convey you what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm talking about. Specialist consultations in more imagined scans. Each appointment was promised to be fully covered until the insurance claims were delayed and denied. Allopathic medicine did nothing to help my grandmother's suffering, yet it is the foundation of our entire society. My mother told me that on a good day the nerve pain was like her legs were immersed in ice water. On a bad day it felt like her legs were clamped in a machine shop vise, screwed down to screwed down to where the cranks stopped turning, then crushed further until her ankle bones sprintered and cracked and accommodate the tightening clamp. She had more days than good. My mother crawled to the bathroom on her hands and knees, and I slept in the living room to create more distance from her cries in the night. I still woke up and still went back to sleep. But then I thought there was nothing I could do. Right there, nothing I can do. What is our healthcare system doing? Why are they giving these things that are not helping her with her situation? We're supposed to be helping her, not seeing her, you know what I mean? And that's where I think this person's mind space is going from, and saying like, why did I go to this private school? Why did I do all this stuff just to get screwed over? You know what I mean? That's where I'm thinking. Is this dude so smart and he realized I'm getting fucked over? I'm paying all these bills. My grandma's getting injured, killed, slowly but surely, but she's dealing with pain. I'm paying all this money, but nothing's helping. And I'm paying money for what? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that him killing the CEO is good. I'm just saying that we have had battles just like this. Going to the ER, going to the insurance place and getting screwed over. We've all had that. And I think that's what this is all coming down to. The high copays made constant treatment impossible. New treatments were denied, non-medically necessary. Old treatments didn't work, still put us out for thousands of dollars. United Healthcare limited. See, that's what I'm saying. He went to the United Healthcare stuff, like he was a part of this. Limited specialist consultants to twice a year. Then they refused to cover advanced imaging. See, which the specialist required for an appointment. And then I'm pretty sure it went downhill from there. Prior authorizations 2 weeks, so prior authorizations took weeks, then months. See, that's where things start to spiral. You're like, wait, how do you care about me? You know what I mean? How do you care about me? You're telling me we're spending all this tax money just to get taxed again, just to pay more taxes with the tax money I'm paying you with. It's just. My nose is I got allergies. My nose is dripping. Who cares? Then they refused to cover the imaging. United Healthcare constantly changed their filing procedure. They said my mother's doctor needed to fax his notes. Then United Healthcare said they did not save faxed patient correspondence and required a hard copy of the doctor's typed notes to be mailed. Then they said they never received the notes. They were unable to approve the claim until they had received and filed the notes. Like, do you see what I'm saying? He's getting screwed. And it all makes sense why this smart guy did what he did. He was smart enough to assassinate that. Filed the notes. They promised coverage and broke their word to my mother. This is what I'm saying. While every delay, my anger surged. With every denial, I wanted to throw the doctor through the glass wall of their hospital waiting room. But it wasn't them. It wasn't the doctors, the receptionists, the administrators, the pharmacists, the imaginary technicians, or anyone we ever met. It was United Healthcare. Ding, 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 ding. You want to know why he assassinated the CEO? Because of this story right here. And there might be more stuff into this too. There might be way more stuff into this, but this is something that happened. And he says right here, people are dying. Evil has become institutionalized. Corporations make billions of dollars off of the pain, suffering, death, and anguished cries in the night of millions of Americans. We entered into an agreement for healthcare with legally binding contract that promised care commensurate with our insurance payments and medical needs. Then United Healthcare changes the rules to suit their own profits. They make the rules, and then they think they can and then they think that's illegal, that no one can punish them. They think there's no one out there there was no one out there who will stop them. Now my own chronic back pain wakes me up in the night screaming in pain. I sought out another type of healing that showed me the real antidote to us. I bid my time, saving the last of my strength to strike my final blows. All extractors must be forced to swallow the bitter pain they deal out to millions. As our own chief executives, it's our obligation to make our own lives better. First and foremost, we must seek to improve our own circumstances and defend ourselves. And so we do so. As we do so, our actions have ripple effects that can improve the lives of others. Him assassinating, it ripples the life of others. It changes and it shifts life's timeline, because guess what? The CEO is not the CEO no more. They're going to have someone new. And what he's thinking is he's going to be the hero. That's what he's thinking in his head, that he wants to be the hero to save people's lives, to make this aware that these people are screwing us. So I think he used his own self, or maybe some say that this is all fake. Some say he got, it was all a scam. Like he got, like, you know, we're going to keep going. I'm not going to talk about none of that. We're just going to read this here and we're going to end the video here. We do so, let's see, first and foremost, we must seek to improve the circumstances and defend ourselves as we do. Rules exist between two individuals and in a network that covers the entire earth. Some of these rules are written down. Some of these rules emerge from natural respect between two individuals. Some of these rules are defined in physical laws, like the properties of gravity, magnetism, or the potential energy stored in the chemical bonds of potassium nitrate. No single document better encapsulates the beliefs that all people are equal in fundamental worth and the moral status and the frameworks for fostering collective well-being than the U.S. Constitution. Writing a rule down makes it into a law. I don't give a F about the law. Law means nothing. What does matter is following the guidance of our own logic and what we learned from those before us to maximize our well-being, our own well-being, which we will then maximize the well-being of our loved ones and community. That's where United Healthcare went wrong. They violated their contract with my mother, with me, and tens of millions of other Americans. This threat to my own health, my family's health, and the wealth, and then, you know, so on and so on. So doesn't that make sense with everything? Why he assassinated him, why this is all happening, why a smart guy decided to do this and said, screw my college, screw my family. You know what I mean? It's so wild. And I wanted to share this with people, and I wasn't going to share this video, but I felt like sharing this. And I got a burp. But this is all good. This is all going to be one and done, man. I'm screen recording this. It's all screen recorded, man. This is huge. And I'll tell you, this is my outro here. This is what I'm going to say. We have all been screwed, right? We've all been screwed. We've all done that, right? We all can relate to what he is dealing with. But one thing we're all going to say is we are not going to agree with the way he approached it, right? Going and hurting this person. But when you read his stuff, he's saying that to make a change, we need to take out the person that's causing these issues. And he said in his manifesto thing, like, he said that they did not follow through with the contract. And I've seen this happen. I've seen people get screwed over where they, like, I forgot who, I think it was my dad or something like that. I think it was my dad. I've seen, like, articles of just other people too, because I was so curious about it at the time. I'm like, because I thought to myself, I'm like, you're telling me my father or my family needs surgery, but we can't do it for months? What do you mean? You're telling me you're a doctor, we're paying you all this money, and, you know, doc's on vacation, you know, like, it's similar to this, right? But we've all came to that conclusion, or that theory, like, they don't give a fuck about us. They don't care about what we do or anything. They sit here and spy on us, you know. We say something in our microphone and Google pops up an ad hours later, minutes later. You know what I mean? We have all these things. We have, like, dude, it's so crazy that they could not find this guy. You want to know why? Every single hour, I go outside, right? I go outside every single hour. There's always a freaking plane outside. Always. Every 24/7. You're telling me this guy assassinated a CEO, probably a rich dude, right? And got away with it for a few good days. I mean, obviously he's detained now. He's arrested, but the fact that he got away for 5 days straight without being found, without even knowing where he is, just blows my mind. 5 days, bro. 5 days. If he had more money, if he was more wealthier, he probably would have been out of country, man. Honestly, and also some people are saying, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, is some people are saying that this guy is a double. Like there's another person that looks like him. Like people are saying that he got framed. Like that's what people are saying. People are saying he got framed. Like, you know what I mean? Like who knows? Like maybe he had an idea to do this but never followed through. But maybe somehow, some way they framed him because they were like, ooh, this is a good story. It's all there. You know, just push it out, do this, boom. This guy's gonna look like him. You know, because people are saying that the eyebrows didn't make sense because they weren't matching. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's possible to have lookalikes. You know, I mean, you see someone famous, right? You see a famous person, you're like, hey, make a video of all the lookalikes or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I'm so confused, and I'm understanding, and it's wild to me that I understand where this guy was coming from, but I don't agree with how he approached it. You know what I mean? And I think, who knows? Maybe this is the only way to approach it for this situation. I'm not saying anything about it. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just saying I'm reading the article, reading you the facts, and reading you what I see here and saving everyone time, because I know people don't want to sit here for days upon days reading all these articles. I saved you time. And regardless of that, I'm going to dip out. If I see anything else interesting that like doesn't relate to any of this, I got something in my eye now, relate to this, I will share it. But other than that, this is everything. This is how it happened. I'm convinced. Like, it makes sense. Getting screwed over, going to college, like, imagine that, man. Imagine doing all these things, following the rules, following the law, listening to teachers, being a valedictorian at a private school. Your grandma gets sick, your grandpa gets sick, whatever. You try to get help, you try to fix this. It costs $180,000. He's probably in debt, you know what I mean? Who knows how wealthy their family is, and who knows if they're going to help him. They're probably going to say, hey, well, you know, you live your life. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because sometimes when you live in a wealthy family, I don't know if they, like, give you the money. Because some people say, hey, like, you know, if I'm wealthy, I'm not going to, like, just give my kids, like, $10,000. You know, they're going to have to work for it like I did. You know what I mean? It depends on the mindset. I don't know their family. But I also saw, like, their sister. Like I said, I saw their sister. But anyways, though, this is the story. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you know. What do you know? People say I copy off of people. Well, the one thing I do copy off of people is reading people's articles and finding threads that share actual information that help me spread information to you. I mean, if that's copying, I'll take it. Because guess what? This knowledge that's getting shared right now, you know more than you did 10 minutes ago. So at the end of the day, we're sharing knowledge. This is all a thing for us. We are the media. You are the media. You could share this with your friends. Go share this video. Share this video out there. And I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this video. And at the end of this video, I will have couple slideshows, just like like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, of it's talking about Nancy Pelosi and how this guy knew this dude's like grandpa, brother or something like that was friends with like Nancy Pelosi. So yeah, I'm gonna show all that at the end. I don't want to talk about it, read anymore. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know anything that I didn't show. If anything I didn't show, share it down below. And anyways, though, have a great day. This was a crazy video. What I'm reading is just blows my mind, and it makes sense. It makes sense, dude. It makes sense, and that was 33 minutes. Not bad.